What is up, everybody? So today we are going to be showing the new warriors, the Firestar, in the playtest, and see how this new four-piece interacts. And this is not a complete team, so don't get your hopes up too high. But we're going to show them against Gamma, Darkhold, Unlimited, and the Tangled Web Eternal team. I'm also going to take this opportunity to talk about Firestar herself and just ISO selection, as well as her necessary T4s, or at least what I think are her necessary T4s, and the best fifth members that I have found to pair with this team. So without further ado, let's get into that. Alright guys, so here we are with my Firestar infographic. I do these at the beginning of the patch or halfway through the patch before the character comes out. If you want to get these when they are done in live time, you can check me out on Twitch while I do them, or join the Patreon, which is in the description below. Otherwise, they get posted for free on the Discord at the end of this patch. Whenever the patch is done for those characters, I throw them up there for free. But you get to see this one, because that's what we're doing. And I just wanted to give a quick rundown on the important parts about Firestar. Her T4s, her ISO 8, how she plays into her team, stuff like that. The most important thing to notice is that she's mutant. She is not mystic, so you're going to need mutant gear to bring her up, and she is a blaster. So investment in this character goes a long way. She does a lot of damage. In this video, I'm only going to leave her at 4 red, 4 yellow to kind of emulate what the free-to-play can potentially get on her release if Scopely is a little bit generous with their stars. Well, let's not say generous, what they used to be like with their stars. As far as T4 priority goes, I think it's different right now than what it'll be when Gwenpool comes. So the passive is for sure number 1. You're going to spawn with a charge, and on Crucible offense, you gain 30% accuracy. That's going to be 100% necessary for the Tangled Web Eternal team. The ultimate, I do think, is the second in priority, and it's essential, but only when you have the full team. I don't think that's going to be the case with the 4-piece. We still need to know what Gwenpool does, but the way the matches currently work, there just has to be, one thing has to be true about Gwenpool. That's she has to go first, and she has to somehow get rid of immunities. It's just the way it's going to be. Okay, so for the ultimate, it's now going to do 50% extra piercing damage. It seems low, but it hits 3 times. So it's actually 150% extra damage on all those attacks. Sorry, total on the ability. It's also going to make the ability to do trauma and apply heal block. Now, that's huge for like the Darkhold matchup. It's huge for any team that cleanses like Unlimited. If this team can potentially take them out, we'll see. Things like that. I'm not live on Twitch. I don't know why somebody's following me right now. This happens whenever I record a video for some reason. All right, so this special, I think, would actually be the second in priority right now before Gwenpool comes out. And what it does is increase the damage by 60%, and it'll flip 3 positive effects instead of just the 1. That's very important. And the basic is high value, and it becomes more valuable if you have as a striker, which may be the case again. It's going to depend on Gwenpool. So the basic for her is going to do 50% piercing to the primary target, which is huge. Piercing damage is big. And it also increases the crit chance of that ability by 10%. And the thing about her is she also has an assist counter, where on crit, she gains charged up to a maximum of 5, and it'll have 15% increased crit chance. If we throw that T4 on, it would be 25. So if you have her as a striker, it gains more value, but I recommend her as a raider right now. And the reason for that is she's the first character to go. If we look at her speed in combined with the other New Warrior team, she's at 126. That puts her 1 speed higher than Deathpool. So it's not like Deathpool can go out and get vulnerables for this character. She goes first. She sets the stage. So what we're going to do with her is we're going to get vulnerables out there while making use of her extra crit that she gets on her basic, if she ever does get to basic, and also just the damage, because everything she does is AoE, which is great. And we're going to have Deathpool as a striker, Dagger as a striker, and Cloak as a skirmisher. Anyway, guys, with that out of the way, let's go watch Gamma fight, Darkhold fight, and then, well, something funny happens, which you'll see, and then we're going to do Unlimited and the Tangled Web fight. Let's get to it. All right, so here we are, and I am facing against a mirror match myself, but for some reason, when it does this, it takes a bunch of gear tiers off. So although I have like a 1.4 Unlimited and a 1.4 Gamma, everything gets stripped down. So please, when we're doing these matches, remember that my offense is accurate to what my actual roster is. The defense gets nerfed for some reason. I'm not sure why. I absolutely hate that it does that. But it kind of is what it is, so we work with what we got. All right, so let's start off with this team here. We're going to use New Warriors with Surfer. The reason I'm using Surfer because he's not super used anywhere right now, right? And I don't want to overpower the team by, say, putting in Dormammu, Apocalypse, Kestrel, Quicksilver, Kang, something silly like that. I don't want to do that off the bat. Let's try it with Surfer. He's a good option, but he's obviously not the best option. So let's go ahead and jump in here and see how this plays. Now, what we do know already is that the New Warriors are going to go first. All right, so we probably still want to kill that She-Hulk first. This will attack primary and adjacents, applying slow and defense down. It'll flip positive effects, but obviously not on that immunity. This is going to attack primary, do piercing damage, bleeds, and offense down, and it's going to repeat 3 times. I'm actually going to do this on Brawn, and the reason for that is I don't want to hit Red Hulk. Now we can go ahead and ultimate on the She-Hulk here, and she's getting wrecked, and we do have Stryker on my death pool as well. There's that. This is a tough one, because I almost want to use the special on She-Hulk just to make sure she dies here. But I guess we won't. Let's go ahead and use the ultimate from Cloak. So yeah, She-Hulk isn't dead yet. Well, I guess she is, actually. There you go. We have another ultimate we can do here. We can pretty much kill everybody. Again, the Gamma's a little nerfed, right? So keep that in mind. And then there you... Wait, let's back out. We don't want to use this team. We don't want that to be the only testing we can do. Okay, Surfer didn't get a turn. New Warriors just win, apparently. I'm interested to see what that is on, like, a punch across or punch up. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so I am going to throw Kestrel on this one because I just don't see how this can possibly work without Emma. I wanted to try Emma, do that speed reduction, but I have her on defense for the Tangled Eternal, so we can see how that works. Unfortunately, this is just how it works on the Playtest server. I can't have both. It's really unfortunate because we can't get a good reading. But I thought about Surfer here. He's Mystic. I thought about Loki, but again, Mystic, so it's kind of just feeding off the Morgan, letting her pop off in ways we really don't want. I thought about Fury as well, but because he's going to go first, it gives Morgan extra speed, and that's always a mess. So we're going to go with this, and let's see how the speed plays out when we don't have a 4th Mystic, though. Gwenpool's Mystic, right? So this will change. This will change for sure. Who goes first? All right, so this is definitely going to be different because we need to do a turn meter rewind. We got to get the offense down on her. And I want to slow it down. Let's see how many turn meter rewinds that procs from Cloak, because that's going to be very important. There we go. We slowed it down. If it lands. I don't see any turn meter rewind from Cloak. I didn't see anything. But we did get the trauma, which is nice. Deathpool's going next. So why don't we spread it again? We'll spread the offense down. I'm not seeing turn meter rewind, but I'm guessing it's happening if my Cloak is now going. This is great. All right, so now we're going to be able to do defense, or sorry, the Cloak ultimate, hopefully get a good blind, and we did. Fantastic. Did we get defense down is my big question. We have the blind. Oh, I could 100% kill that Strange. Or I can get greedy and go for the kill on Morgan. Don't think that's going to happen here. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I could basic that Strange to get the kill. I'm sure he has defense down. He does have defense down. Let's start by greeting out and doing another turn meter rewind on this Morgan. Another offense down from Cloak. Actually, no, it doesn't do that. Oh my god! Morgan just bled out. Test server. Don't forget this is the test server where everything's wonky and nothing makes sense. So take that with a grain of salt. But that was kind of bonkers that happened. Oh my god, and Wong still hasn't gone yet, so we can finish off Strange here. You might be tempted to go for Agatha there. I'm definitely thinking Strange is the target. Okay. Wong now gets the taunt. Good for him. We'll basic here because he does have Safeguard. We'll special. This is going to put slow out there. Plus we're getting pings on the defense down. We'll basic here. That should kill Scarlet Witch. And then maybe we're going to get the kill on Agatha in time here from more Kestrel procs. Oh god, yeah, this is a wrap. Okay, this is a win. Very interesting. Now I gotta think that the test server is kind of making this a bit wonky, but this is a little crazy, and this matchup will not be made more difficult by a character like Kingpin. It'll make it easier, because you'll be getting energy to dagger. She'll ult turn 1, and that's bonkers. Yeah, Surfer did not do us any favors here. At all. Oh, well, there you go. What was that? My dagger attacked, and they got healed. Okay, so, well... Okay, animations are just turned off. That's all that's happening. Let's get at... Oh! No! No! No, 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 no! Did that just ruin the Crucible video? Alright guys, so that did indeed end my ability to test with that team, because now that team is on cooldown and I can't use them and they can't get the Crucible refreshed. Luckily, I have a friend in Pathfinder Gaming. Make sure you go check out his channel, and he sent me some footage of the other 2 teams I wanted to test, which was Unlimited and Tangled Web Eternals. So let's go ahead and look at that footage. And I don't have super high hopes for this. I just don't. I don't know how he's going to play it. I don't think there's a way to play it well and win, though. I just don't. Because spawning with Safeguard, Immunity, and Dodge on the Unlimited team, and spawning with Immunity on this team. Because the problem is, Firestar goes first. Now, Firestar can flip things, but you need to put an offense down in order to make Deathpool go before Weaver, before she gets charges. And then you need Weaver to be able to spread another offense down to her in order to make Cloak go before her. And so that's the way it works when you have 4 new warriors. When you have 5 new warriors, it's going to go different. You're going to be able to basically just go before Weaver does. And as we see right here, yeah, so he did the flip with the Firestar special, and then Weaver went. Well, sorry, Noir went, then 29-9 went, and then Weaver went. Weaver basically killed Dagger. Apocalypse, not going to do much here. Icarus is going to double tap, and that's it. Okay, let's go check out the Unlimited footage. This is an L. All right, so here is the Unlimited footage, and I have even less hopes for this one, because it starts with Safeguard, starts with Dodge, and starts with Immunity. Now, if you took any one of those 3 things away, then I think there's hope. But with the Safeguard, you need to bring Apocalypse, because otherwise you can't get rid of the other 2. With the Dodge, Firestar cannot flip the Immunity. And then with the Immunity, you can't just go for the ult, have it hit 3 times, and get an offense down to the last hit. So I'm interested to see how this one plays out, but again, I don't have super high hopes. Yeah, so this would hit 3 times, which would pull the dodges and put an offense down if they didn't have the immunity on top of it. Now this will flip buffs, but it's going to get dodged. So it just doesn't work. So the 4-piece New Warriors is completely useless against Unlimited. I have to assume this is going to fail. I don't want to waste time by watching it, because it looks like this is completely over. The second Rogue starts taunting, it's done. And without Cloak landing any debuffs whatsoever. The only thing that could potentially save this is maybe like an Awakened Apocalypse, where he can flip everything in one shot. My son just came in while I was recording. What, you got a yogurt? You opened it yourself?
Yeah.
And you want to eat it? Okay, you can do that. You need a spoon? Okay, I'm going to let this play and go get a spoon, but this isn't going to work. All right, so after watching those 4 fights and kind of feeling it out a little bit more, I didn't get to do any more playtesting, unfortunately. Once that bugged animation stuff ripped the match for me, that was it. So against the Gamma team, I don't think it really matters. I wouldn't mind bringing in another speed unit in there, somebody who can maybe help get a control on Red Hulk, maybe like a Sharon Carter for a stun, or a Wasp. No, I'm just kidding. But like a Surfer, something like that, it doesn't really matter. Because with the 4-piece, if you have your New Warriors built up high, I do think you kill that She-Hulk quickly enough. And then by the time you get to the Red Hulk, he should be basically have no turn meter rewind. You should be covering him with offense downs all the time, and then you can get him killed. Now, does Surfer add an extra layer of security? I suppose so. He does get also increased focus because of Deathpool being a cosmic hero there. And he can strip charges. So you saw in the video, I believe in this one, or maybe it was the second one that I didn't use, he did strip the charges off of Red Hulk, and that helped out. So I think Surfer's a good fit there. I don't think he's used much anywhere else, really, anyway. For Darkhold, no mystic characters. If you bring a mystic character in, I did a couple of those with Surfer, it completely screws the turn order. So I tried Surfer there, and it makes Morgan go before. She does turn meter rewinds, or she hits you with like Cloak getting ability block and trauma. And that's just a wrap. And then you get slows and everything like that, and the entire Darkhold team ends up going before you. So no mystic character. And you need to open up with that offense down from Sunfire as well. You can't get greedy and go for an earlier defense down. It's just not going to work out for you. You need that turn meter rewind. So definitely you want to pair Kestrel there. Yeah, Kestrel is going to be doing her defense down pings after the fact. So you're not going to get defense down right away from Firestar or from Deathpool, but you're eventually going to get some from Cloak, and then Dagger on her second turn will do it. And of course, Kestrel's going to do it herself. But as long as you land a blind somewhere in there, Deathpool just seems to die. Now, this is not going to scale well, in my opinion. I don't think New Warriors Kestrel is all of a sudden if you see Darkhold, this is what you do. I don't think that's the case. I think this was a prime example of playtest liary, if you will. I think what we saw that Morgan die, I think that was just a lot of playtest shenanigans. I think the actual built Morgans aren't going to die like that. And if she doesn't get blind from Cloak before she takes her turn, and she hits you with that ultimate, I fear that's a wrap. It very, very well could be. I think you can survive everybody else's attacks, even like a Heartless special. But if she gets her ultimate off because she didn't get blinded, that's a wrap. And then we have the Unlimited and the Tangled Web teams, and there's no fifth member that's going to make that work. And for the Unlimited, like if you bring in Apocalypse and you bring in Zemo, and then you can get off the dodges that way because of the Zemo passive. If Zemo goes before Firestar, I'm not even sure. He probably doesn't. But say he did, it wouldn't matter, because then you still have to do the flip, and then you have only 2 more slots. If you do Cloak and Dagger, well, then you're not getting the on-spawn speed bar from Deathpool. If you take out Dagger, then you're not getting 15% damage, and you're not getting Cloak doing more with his ultimate. And if you take out Cloak, then you're stupid, because he's the heart and soul being that ultimate there, where he covers everyone and all kinds of debuffs with the offense down slows and everything like that. So, in short, Gamma this is good for Gamma, and that's an okay thing, because a lot of people now are doing the 3 New Warriors with the Eternals, or the 3 New Warriors with Doom Red Guardian. And both of those matchups have their fault, right? Like Doom, if you don't get pushed, then you could lose that. I've seen that happen. That sucks. With Eternals, you shouldn't lose that, but it's a high cost to have to use your Eternals there. So that'll free up your Eternals. So is Firestar worth unlocking, going hard on, and everything like that? Even though we don't have Gwenpool yet, I'm going to say yes, absolutely. I'm definitely going to be popping my cores for her tomorrow. I'll maybe try and stream that, but I only have 5,000 cores. It's like 7 orbs or something like that. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you think about Firestar and this new Warriors team, and how much extra power do you think Gwenpool is going to bring? Because obviously, if this team is slated to beat the Tangled Web Eternals team, Gwenpool has to go first. If Gwenpool doesn't go first, then all the issues we saw right now are still going to be a thing. So I'm interested to see what her speed's going to be. Maybe she's going to be wicked fast. I don't know. Anyway, again, guys, let me know how you're feeling in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.